What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Always Occupied Home and Product Reviews. And in today's review or DIY, we are going to change our water pump in our car. And this is a 2000 Mercury SABLE dual overhead cam. All right, dual overhead cam. I got the water pump from AutoZone. This was the cheapest pump. If I find out what pump it was, I will put it in the description, but this was the cheapest pump. It was a 1-year warranty. The one that was $10 more was a lifetime warranty. It's a year 2000 car. I do not need a lifetime warranty for this water pump, just to be honest with y'all. Last time we had a coolant leak. It was from a T connector over here, or a Y connector. The Y connector had a hose on it, so we fixed that problem. Now we are on to the water pump, and we are going to try to replace the water pump on here. So I need to find the tensioner, and then that's about it. Unbolt the old one and bolt the new one back on and tighten this bad boy back up. Let's get into it. So products we're going to have featured in the channel today is these little lights that we got from Costco. Got one there, got one here for this angle. All right, I might have to remove this tank just so I can have some wiggle room. I don't know if I'm going to feature the Hart battery ratchet today. I gotta see what angles and stuff I'm gonna be in. So I need my T sockets, and also I'm gonna have featured is my Nikio set. I love this set right here. This set has been used a lot. All right, you guys, so let me get some tools, find the tensioner, release, and unplug, and have some fun today. Okay, you guys, so here is the water pump right here, right there, just in case you need to know. You can pause the screen if you need to. It comes with a gasket. And this is what my water pump looks like right here. Simple as that. And hopefully this will stop my coolant leak. If not, I will have to find where the leak is coming from. There go your gasket, and voila. You just want to make sure the gasket and everything fits properly before you install it, just in case you need to return it. And that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and find the tensioner and loosen the tension on that belt, unbolt the old water pump, and bolt the new one back in. Okay, you guys, so the first thing I'm gonna do is to remove this reservoir right here, just so I can have easier access. So I'm gonna get some pliers to take that those clamps off, these two there, and I see another one right down there, and that's all that I see. I think everything else is just plugged in. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that off right now. All right, you guys, I don't know if many of y'all are like me that's getting old. So you should either use your camera on your phone and mark down where everything goes, or get a piece of tape. You could get painter's tape, masking tape, or whatever, and just put right on here so you remember which which outlet this goes on. So so that goes on the right, and this hose here goes on the left. I don't have my phone on me, so I would have just took a photo, but my phone is in the house charging. So I'm gonna mark right and then left. All right, now I gotta take the one on the bottom off, and I don't need to mark that one because it's very big. Now there's another clamp all the way down here. Let me see if I can get y'all to see that so y'all know. Right here is another hose clamp right here. Now I don't have nothing in here, okay? But if you have something in your reservoir, make sure you put something on your floor just to be, you know, not have a whole mess of antifreeze on your floor. All right, let me go ahead and take that off, so y'all probably won't be able to see it. So my apologies on that. Okay, you guys, so taking this bottom hose off, it's a little bit easy and weird at the same time, but you have to get a screwdriver and just go from the top of it and keep pulling it down just like that, and then there you go. Now I got the bottom hose off right here. Hopefully you can see because I got my light on now, my headlamp right here on this side. Take this 10mm off, and then hopefully I can get the reservoir off. Let's see if this works. Might be 11. Nope, 10. All right, you guys, so it's held on by another bolt right behind here. So let me show y'all that real quick. It's another bolt right there. So I need a extension. Spray some WD-40. Let me see if I can stick a small screwdriver in that hole. Sorry y'all can't see this, but there we go. Okay. And there goes our bolt right here. That goes here. And let's see. Here we go. Take that hose off right there. Take that off, and we drip. Well, we had a little bit in there, but luckily we have our pan on the bottom. Come out. All right. Now we have our electrical right here on the bottom, and we are going to take that off by just pulling. And there we go. We are going to put it to the side. All right, you guys, real quick. I got a 15mm ratchet right there, right? I put another ratchet on there so I can have some leverage when I'm pulling it. This is the only way you're going to get it on there. All right, I have it on the tightening, so you want to go righty to loosen the tension of your belt. All right, now I know this is a little uncomfortable, but this is as best as I can get y'all with the camera. So there it goes. Now you can't see the tensioner, unfortunately, but the tensioner is right here. All right, and I'm using a 15mm. There goes the tensioner down here. All right, that is the tensioner. It's right underneath of this big pulley right here. All right, That's how I got my ratchet hooked up, 15. And then I got my leverage right there. I'm about to pull down so y'all can see it loosen. Let me move this crap out the way. And I threw it somewhere I didn't need to. So I'm gonna loosen it, and y'all see the belt get loose, right? Ow. And I hurt my damn hand, but y'all get the point. So let me go ahead and loosen it. Put it back on. Give me a second. All right, you guys, going back to the camera. Oh, I hurt my hand, but it's okay. I'm not gonna play around no more. I am gonna loosen it this time. Oh, gotta come down a little bit. All right, there we go. All right. All right. Stupid light. Take this belt off. Ah, God dang it. Look like 11 millimeter, 12 millimeter bolts right here. About 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm gonna try to take it off. What's going on, everybody? Have you ever came to a situation where you couldn't get a bolt off and you was ready to cry? Well, I almost cried. All right, so there's 4 bolts on this daggone water pump. So you will have to take off your water guard that's on the front part of your wheel. You have to take that water guard off to get to that bolt, which is right there. And then you have to take this water hose off, well, radiator hose off.
1 eternity later.
Here goes the water pump and the water pump housing, the old one. The new one is right here. All right. So that's basically where it's going to be going on. And we are going to change this. And the first thing I want to tell y'all is I'm changing all the clamps. I do not want to use those old clamps. It was hard to get off. You know, when you got to put the pliers on and squeeze the clamp. I'll show you the clamps in a little bit. But those clamps got to go. I don't care if I get new clamps. I have to wait for them to come in. I don't care if I get, I use the clamps where you use the screwdriver thing, you know, those type of clamps. I got some of those clamps too. I don't care. I am not using those clamps where you need the pliers. Goodbye, good riddance. I am going to take them off and throw them in the trash. All right? But other than that, that is the water pump. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 star screws right here. And right here we have a T30. And a T30 is, it fits. That's fine. Oh, you guys, I have 2 more to go. So let me see how I'm gonna get these 2 off. I'm gonna cut the camera off because it might take me a little while because they're stripped. So I don't know, I might use an extractor or something. So we are back again and we got the water pump off of the housing. Called in reinforcements, called in my father-in-law, and he couldn't even believe it himself how hard it was to get them daggone bolts off. But we use vice grips and a whole lot of manpower, different ways to get it off. I'll show y'all that later. But no, I didn't use an extractor, but this is the new water pump and this is the old water pump. And this is the housing right here. So I have some more gasket that I gotta take off. And we have our tough build scraper. If you have never seen this review, go ahead and check it out. I'll try to put a link in the description if I remember to. But got this from Lowe's, 20 bucks. Use it to scrape the rest of the gasket particles out of here. And then I'll clean this up very nicely. And that will be it. Remember we was talking about the screws? So, tell me what's the difference between this screw and this screw. So one piece of the screw is still in the old water pump, but guess what? We don't need it because it's in the water pump. Nothing is in the housing, so that's good. We still have a workable housing. I don't have to purchase a housing. So that's perfect. But in my situation, I am in trouble because I called Ford dealership, and guess what? This is discontinued for my car. Once again, I have a 2000 Mercury Sable, so 22 to 23 years ago, maybe they don't have what I need. Oh man, this is a crazy day, you guys. I might take off another day on this car just because of the headache you have to do with driving back, forth, left and right. I went to AutoZone. They said they don't have the bolt, but I can try their millions of bolts to look from. So they have a little thread thing at Advanced Autos where you can find the size that you need. So with that being said, I got the size that I needed and the length that I needed. So it's a little tad bit longer, but we are going to deal with it. This is fully thread, but we're not going to worry about that. This is half thread and the rest is smooth. So it shouldn't bother us right here. And also I'm gonna knock out some of this corrosion right here. Be careful when y'all using razor blades to this stuff, you guys. Razor blades are very sharp and you could definitely cut your finger off. We are finally done. I just came back from the basement. I washed this real good to get all that crap out of the inside because I don't want all that stuff in my engine. So on this, I'm doing something a little different. All right, so I have this gasket sealant here. I got gasket maker, but I'm gonna use gasket sealant. And what I'm gonna do is pour a little bit around on the housing. This is a gasket sealant. All right, gasket sealant, just in case you want to know. All right, so we got the new water pump here. Put the gasket right there. Nope. Flip it. There we go. Boom, boom. Boom. All right, you guys, definitely in. Now we just gotta hold still and flip it. All right, you guys, so I thought I had some thread lock. I guess it's somewhere and I can't find it, but since I don't have time for that, I will go ahead and scrape this screw off. And then I am going to put some WD-40 inside. Everything good. The oil ones. Right here. And then all holes. Yeah, one. Yep. I'm going to put the old screw that I have here in this little tight area because the head on here is a little bit bigger. So all the parts where it's close to corners, I'm putting the old screws on. All right, and like the easy parts like this one, I'll just put that screw in that one. What I'm gonna do is clean off all these old screws. I'm gonna put them back in the hole and put the pump back on. I put the belt back on, which took 2 days because I wasn't ready. Y'all already know I didn't have the wrench, but now we have the tensioner wrench and we're good to go for the rest of our lives. This is from Walmart, $8. This is a SuperTech antifreeze / coolant. This is 50/50. It says do not add water. Remember when you're doing your water pump and all that, when you take all those hoses off, it's going to be a lot of air in the system. So we will be looking for a tool, a better tool to get these clamps off, or we will look for a different alternative. So y'all let me know if there's a better hose clamp out there. We already know about the regular hose clamps, but if they have some type of hose clamps like this but better, y'all let me know. I didn't record everything because I was doing way too much cursing for YouTube. I know you could curse on YouTube, but I kind of don't want to be promoting that. So when I cuss, I do it on my own time. I'll let y'all know the results later. All right, you guys, I just started the car up and the pump is going. All I'm doing right now is just letting the system start up. I'll take it on the road in a little bit. I'm just checking to see if I can see any leaks or anything. I see some smoke on the pipes, but that's all the antifreeze got leaked on it, I believe. I hope. I just smell burnt antifreeze. All right, you guys, I'm gonna take it on the road. Our low coolant. Our low coolant went away so far. But we do have a check engine light, so I guess we got something else to look for. All right, you guys. Give me a second and then I'll get back up with y'all.